Hi, honey. Thanks for coming in. So sorry I'm late. I got hung up outside with the neighbors. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know, right? I got your email. I'm sorry. I got hung up with the neighbors. Can you hear me okay? Let me know. Let me know. Somebody be my sound check girl. Now I'm bejangled. So glad you're here. Okay, let's go. I was chit-chatting with the neighbors. I was like, oh my gosh. Hey, sister, Jibby. So glad you're here. Good. Susan, hi! It's been a while, hasn't it? That's Nickelback, isn't it? I'm just kidding. There's some kind of joke about that. Okay, you can hear me. Good. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I got caught up with the neighbors. That's the third time I've said that. I'm a little bit bejangly and I'm a little bit parched. So here we go. Give me just a second. I'm sorry. I don't want my background to turn dark. So, and guess who is not in his box because he keeps jumping out of the box? Jolly Boy. He's running around now. So, I'll be right back. I don't want to Okay, there we go. Whoops. Come here. Let me see. Come here, Jolly Boy. Come here. Look. Say hi, Jolly. Look at it. Say hi to your friends. Look at how clear his eyes are. I know. Look. Say hi, Jolly Boy. Oh, okay. He'll come back and I'll hold him again for you guys. Okay, so let me tell you. First of all, welcome to Circle Time, everybody. I am late. It's my fault. I was running my mouth with the neighbors and I just lost track of time and I looked at my watch and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to go. I'm so sorry. So anyway, happy Circle Time, everybody. It is Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. It certainly is. And we welcome you. I am Lala. And if you are here visiting, we are certainly glad you are here. If you are an OG, you know the rules. And one of the rules is don't be late, but that's okay. That's okay. So anyway, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we get together live so we can chat and visit with each other and have a lot of fun. So we welcome you to Circle Time. We certainly do. That was my Jolly Boy. Can you believe it? I know, right? I cannot believe it. So let me tell you, friends, he is no longer in a cardboard box over here because even with the sides of the cardboard box up, right? So the sides are higher. Even with that, he still jumps out of the box. He jumps high enough to get his little paws on the edge of the box, and then his back legs scurry up the box and he goes over the edge. So there we go. And so he just is roaming the house now. Hi, Kelly. Hi. So anyway, so during the day, he roams around the house. If we have to leave the house, we put him in the cat carrier now. So, and he does go in the cat carrier at night because he's just too little. Whether he thinks he's too little or not, he goes in the cat carrier at night. So, but he will come back over here and I will show him to you. But oh my gosh, things have been happening here. Things have been happening here. So, he eats crunchy food now. How fast did that happen? Going from runny oatmeal to crunchy food, right? That's what he does. He also uses the big litter boxes now. He does. He uses the big litter boxes now. Seeing the other cats, he is learning from them very, very quickly. So there you go. There you go. It is mint time, everyone. It is mint time. I know, honey, right? I know. This is a tradition here at Lilleybugglane. It certainly is. We pass the mint bowl. We pass the mint bowl. Now, you have a choice. You have our OG Wintergreen Lifesavers. You have our orange mints, which are like a burst of sunshine in your mouth. They certainly are. Or, can you tell I'm a little bejangled still? Or you have the spicy cinnamon mint starlight mints, which are my personal favorite. Now, you can have 1, 2, or if you've had a lot of fabulous garlic for dinner, you can have all 3. You certainly can. We pass to the right, as per Emily Post and Mrs. Pfeiffer, because we want to have proper etiquette here at Lilleybugglane. So enjoy your mints. There you go, Kelly. You can have a burst of sunshine in your mouth. You certainly can. Let me tell you something, friends. We lost our power last night. We did. We had a fabulous storm come through. Oh my gosh, it was fabulous. Loud thunder, loud thunder. And not a lot of lightning though, which is weird. And we did have some rain, but wind and thunder. We certainly did. And we lost our power like that, which was due to a tree branch falling down in the neighborhood and hitting the power lines. Because you know, we're all above ground up here. We're all above ground. We live in a very old city and all of our utilities are above ground. So it was very bejangly, but guess what? I was right in the middle of changing all of the, I know, right? Spicy cinnamon mints. Those are my favorite. You're having a heat wave? You're in a heat wave, honey? You probably are in a heat wave, aren't you? What is it, like 70 degrees up there? I'm just kidding. 70 degrees would be a heat wave for you guys, honey. What is the temperature up there, honey? How high has it gotten? Okay, so the electricity went out right around 6:30 and it didn't come on until after, right at 1 a.m. That's when it came on. So I was changing the cat's boxes and 37 degrees Celsius with the Humidex. Okay, so I don't know Celsius. Somebody quickly check what 37 degrees Celsius is. I'm going to guess 37 degrees Celsius is what, 85 maybe Fahrenheit? Am I right? That's a total guess because I do not know Fahrenheit. I mean, I do not know Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion. Okay, Kelly and her mom say 88 degrees. That's a guess though. There's a way to do it. I forget how to do it though. Uh, do you remember, who remembers when they were young? Do you remember when the United States, the educational system in the United States, we tried to go metric? Do you remember that? It's 98 degrees. My sister says, oh, 98 degrees. That is pretty warm. That's about what we were 2 days ago. We were about right there. We were about right there. So my sister said she asked Alexa. Oh, sorry. Sorry if anybody had her and I just said something to her. But anyway, okay, listen, let's get this straight. Let's get it straight. 98 degrees. Okay, honey. Now, excuse me, we lived in upstate New York back in the 80s, and we lived in government housing, military housing, townhouses. They didn't have, no place up there in upstate New York had air conditioning up there. None of them. And do you know that the car dealerships didn't even sell cars that had air conditioning up there back in the 80s when we lived in upstate New York? Isn't that something? I know, right? That is something. I have green tea here, so it's not too hot tonight. Right, honey? I know. Probably none of your buildings up there have air conditioning either. And I have cucumber water right here. Very, very good. I want to talk to you about, this is just going to be a chit chat, no big things. If my jolly boy comes around, I'll share him as he comes racing past and stuff. You might see that right there in the chair? That's his little toy. Oh, good, honey. Good. It's so refreshing, isn't it? It is. It's very, very refreshing. And I have some things to share with you too. So I got a very, very pretty card in the mail. I did. Don't reveal yourself. The person that sent it doesn't have to reveal themselves. But I was very, very touched. I received this card in the mail. It is homemade by a Circle member. Look how pretty that is. Now this is, can you hear that? That's 3D. And it's all like silver brads, very, very sparkly. And it's got the patriotic background to it. How fun is that, right? Very fun. Then when you open it up, oh, you see Sir right there? He's watching Jolly. Then when you open it up, look at that. Look at that vintage looking goodness. I know, Susan, right? I received it in the mail from someone. And it has the names of the military branches on it. And look at those, look at the little girls there. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? How pretty is that? And then on the back, she has some of the armed forces, the Navy, the Marines, and the Air Force. Isn't that pretty? And she made this. I love this because it just looks so vintage, doesn't it? This reminds me of World War II for some reason. Doesn't it remind you of World War II? This does too. This does too. So we're going to have this out for the patriotic season. So I know. I thought it was very pretty too. And she made it. And she made the envelope. She made the envelope that she sent it in too. So I wanted to share that with you all. Oh, I have a PSA for you all from Tina. You all know Tina, right? In our circle of friends. She left a comment on last Saturday at the Sink. Apparently, there is a new version of Dawn Blue. Okay? The original Dawn. There's a new version of it. And she says it says new on the bottle. She says, no bueno. It is no bueno. She says, the new Dawn liquid is no good. It leaves a film on the dishes. She wanted to let everybody know that. So I'm passing it on to you so that you all know. Let me tell you, we're going to get through this and then we're going to talk a little conspiracy theory, okay? Because next week is our conspiracy theory night, next week. And I will not be late next week. I will not. But we'll talk about something that I kind of have a look behind me. Look, that's Jolly Boy. See him up on the cat thing? That's Jolly Boy. Now you see what a rascal he is, right? Let me tell you something. He's pure blood ginger. He is pure blood ginger. Yes. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize like he would be a rascal so quickly. I didn't realize it. But he's a rascal quick. Up there's Sir. Hi, Sir. I know, right? That's Sir. He's our tuxedo. That's the one that Louise picked out from the cat rescue where she volunteers. Now listen, Sir keeps Jolly straight. They love each other. They're besties. They are besties. Oh, there we go. Here we go. See? Look at that. So we'll just pay attention to what's happening behind me, right? Just pay attention to what's happening behind me. I'm looking at him right here. Jolly Boy. That blanket's from Goodwill. Hi, Jen. No, you're not late. No, we're just watching the cats behind me. I was late. I was late tonight, Jen. And let me tell you something. I am so bejangled. I am just so bejangled. Just bejangled. I know. He needs to make good choices, right? I know. He's going to make good choices. That's Sir right there. He's the one that's going to make sure that make sure he doesn't do anything inappropriate, right? Isn't it funny when you see people? I know, right? Jolly's right here in the chair. He's come here, Jolly Boy. Come here. Come here. Say hi. Say hi, Jolly Boy. You gonna say hi to your friends? Huh? Oh, he's looking at himself in the computer right here. Look at your, look right there. Look. Now, we think his eyes are going to be gray. I don't want to put him too close up to the camera here, but we think his eyes are going to be gray. They have cleared up so nicely. Hi, Jolly Boy. Yeah, right, Jen? Okay. I'll tell you, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that our furniture, oh, bless you. We don't have like what would you call it? Smooth cloth furniture. Does that make sense at all? Like we don't have furniture, like this chair right here has like a texture to it. This chair right here has like a texture to the material. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a smooth weave. So he's not picking the fabric as he's using his nails. So, but he's doing really well. He is. He's doing so good. And he's been going into the big litter boxes. He has. So, hi, Jolly boy. Come here. Come here. Your friends want to see you. Your friends want to see you. You gonna say hi? Huh? You gonna say hi to your friends? Okay. You want to sit here? No? Okay. He doesn't want to sit there. Okay. I know. Yeah, he is. He's very, very good. Very, very good. And he's learning so much from watching the other cats, right? He's learning so much. I couldn't believe it. And he's got a vet appointment this Nubby. Yes, you're right. He's got a vet appointment this week. And he has to get his shots. I'm not going to get both shots on the same day. So I had to make an appointment for Friday, and then I made an appointment for next week, right? Because I never allowed my children when they were little to get 2 shots in one day. And if it was a mixture shot, they only got that 1 shot. I only allowed them to get 2 shots at a time, right? Because you don't want to get a bunch of shots, and then if something happens, you try and figure out what happened, right? So the vet knows how I feel about vaccinations. I don't like them one bit, which makes me what? That's right. So we're going to take him he's going to get a shot on Friday, and then he's going to go next week and get another shot. And then he'll be caught up on his shots. Then he will get no more shots because our cats are exclusively indoor cats. Once they get their initial shots, right? We don't ever get them vaccinated again because they don't need to be. Says me. And I'm not a vet. Says me, and I'm not a vet. So anyway, I have a Instagram recommendation for you all. I certainly do. You are going to be so blown away by this Instagram account. Okay? And you can learn from this Instagram account because she does tutorials, okay? I know Honey is not on Instagram. The Instagram account is Prilya _Olshop. PRILYA _OLSHOP. Okay? This is a pipe cleaner artist. The flowers that she makes from pipe cleaners are absolutely stunning. And she does other things with pipe cleaners too. And I don't know where the hell she gets her pipe cleaners, but they are the prettiest, fluffiest pipe cleaners I have ever seen. So check her out on Instagram, please, because she's worth the watch. She certainly is. Okay, you all know my Ginger Snap was here last week, right? We had a really fun time. We did. It was exhausting, but we had a fun time. And we took him to Five Guys Chewy and I took him to Five Guys on Friday fun night because he doesn't like pizza, Mimi. He doesn't like pizza. Okay, what do you like? Well, I really like cheeseburgers. And I said, okay, well then we'll go to Five Guys, right? Now, we stopped going to Five Guys because Chewy's favorite strawberry milkshake, right, went up to $6. And he said, that's it. We're not going to Five Guys anymore. So we stopped going to Five Guys. So we went to Five Guys, and I want to tell you, for 3 people, it ended up being $48.47 for 2 adults and a child. Well, Susan, $48.47. Now, I'm going to tell you what we got for $48.47. Chewy did get his strawberry milkshake, so $6 of that is strawberry milkshake. Okay, so we got 3 little cheeseburgers. We got the baby cheeseburgers, okay? Do you know that they are $9.29 now? They used to be $5.95. They are now $9.29, right? Then sodas, which regular sodas, those are $2.89, which I was surprised those were so cheap. Yeah, once they start getting expensive, Susan, they start not to taste so good, do they? I know, right? I know. Then this is what really got me. A regular fry was $6.19 for a regular fry, which you know is like a quarter of the bag filled up, right? Like the paper bag. It's like they give you a lot of fries. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you this. $48.47 for 2 adults and a child. We all got the baby cheeseburgers, the little cheeseburgers, and the most expensive thing was the burgers. So that's crazy, isn't it? So we stopped going when the milkshake went up to $6. But that's where my ginger snap wanted to go, so that's where we were going. Certainly. Okay, guess what time it is? We're going to do idioms. We're going to do idioms. So I got this book at, dang it, I knew it. This book is at the Goodwill right now. I saw it there yesterday, and I didn't pick it up. That book, the rhyming book. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it the next time I'm there. This is a scholastic book that I found at the Goodwill. Okay, and it's idioms. Over 700 damn idioms. And we're going through them. We certainly are. We're going through them. Because if you're going to use an idiom or you're going to say something, you want to know what the hell you're saying, right? You certainly do. Because we don't want to look like a dum-dum, do we? We do not. Trying to get my red pen, honey. There we go. Yes, he does, Susan. Yes, he does. You got a bike. You got a bike. And guess what? Once you get to be almost 9 years old, they don't sell training wheels for those bikes, right? Right? So you gotta get a new bike without training wheels because they don't sell training wheels anymore. They don't. So we go through idioms here every week during circle time. We certainly do. Here we go, friends. Random pick. Mind over matter. Woo! That's one of my favorite ones. Mind over matter. Okay, here we go. woman ran in the track meet with a twisted ankle. A perfect example of mind over matter. Meaning, the power of your mind is stronger than the body. Origin. Virgil, a Roman poet who was born in 70 BC, used this expression in his famous poem, the Aeneid, Aeneid. Mind means brain, thoughts, and willpower. Matter means a physical object, and it can also mean trouble or difficulty. Notice also that mind and matter both begin with M, and alliteration helps make a saying more popular. Okay, mind over matter. I guess it originated in a poem in 70 BC. Mind over matter, right? Mind over matter. You can do it. Okay, let me look, Kelly. Kelly just put one up. Train of thought. I've never heard anybody say trend of thought, Kelly. I've never heard that. That might be a regional way to say it. You know what I mean? Because some regions, you watch, okay, you said, I'm going to look up train of thought. Nope. It's not in here. Nope, it's not in here. Oh, wait. You think I would know my alphabet, right? Nope, it's not. It goes from tough to trip, so it's not in here. But we will go into the T's, and I'm going to say top banana. How's that? Top banana. Since the early days of vaudeville, Uncle Henry has been a top banana. Yes, you can, Susan. What would you like to bring up? The leading comedian in a variety show or boss. Some word experts think this phrase may have started with an old comedy routine involving the sharing of bananas, but nobody is really sure. Today, people call the chief comic in a musical comedy or television show the top banana. Some people may also use this term humorously to refer to the boss in any group. Top banana. Yes, Susan, you can. What would you like to talk about, sweetie pie? Let me know. Let me know. Let us all know. What's on your mind, Susan? What's on your mind? And those are idioms for tonight. Now remember, next week we will not be doing idioms because it is conspiracy. Good thing tonight wasn't, because I was late, right? Susan, what's your subject? What's your subject? Yes. Are you having that? Are you having that, Susan? Anybody else read Susan's? I know, honey, me either. Everybody read Susan's comment, please, or question. She's asking a question of us all. So the loosening, Susan, of the joints is okay. Anybody else having hip pain? Okay, Kelly's not quite there yet. Susan says turmeric has been helping with her hip pain. Has anybody else experienced any hip pain with Susan? I'm assuming you're post, right? Are you post menopausal? I'm going to assume you are, right? Oh, it's great until it wasn't. Okay. Okay. I haven't had any problems with hip pain. Post. Okay. I haven't had any problems with hip pain. And I am almost 4 years postmenopausal. So I haven't had any problems with that. The thing I've had the most problems with, I've noticed being postmenopausal, is my vision. So that's what I've been most having issues with. Do you, honey? Do you? Sometimes it's so weird because I can't, without readers, and these are readers, okay? So I have regular glasses, which are right here, okay? These are my regular glasses that if I'm driving, these are what I wear, okay? But I don't have progressive lenses or the bifocals. I just switch my glasses. But I cannot see. Okay, Susan, are you doing any kind of, first of all, are you wearing flip-flops? Are you wearing flip-flops? Because that may be it. That may be it. Are your hips hurting equally? Okay. Well, that's fine, Susan. Are your hips hurting equally across, or is one hurting more than the other? Because you could be out of alignment somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like when your body, when like maybe like your heel hurts, and so you start to walk funny because your heel hurts, and then your Susan, Susie Q. I bet you that's why your hips hurt. Is because you're wearing sandals with no back to them. Even with a strap. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Susan, I'm not understanding you. And my sister says there's a delay. Hi, Fran. Aw, honey, I'm sorry. I was late. I was talking to the neighbors. It was my fault. There's Jolly Boy right there. See him? Right there. He's playing with his little toy. He is. So, okay, Susan. So you've started to wear sandals without backs on them. Is that what you're telling me? But you also wear tennis shoes also, correct? Let me tell you something right now, okay? Let me tell you something. I see all of a sudden, I see everybody wearing these HOKA shoes. Hoka, is that what they're called? Tennis shoes. I don't think they look very supportive. The way people look at it, they look like they're walking on pillows, right? So I don't think they're very supportive sneakers. I really, really don't. Okay, you were wearing tennis shoes and the pain started again. Is it sciatica, Susan? Could it be is it sciatica? Because you know what I mean? Oh, are they, Susan? Well, let me tell you something. They're ugly. They're ugly. They look like two pillows on people's feet. I don't like them. I don't. Everybody's wearing them for some reason. It's like everybody all of a sudden, they're like the new Crocs. I see a lot of people wearing them. And when they walk, you can see they walk and they go like this in their shoe. Like it's almost like pain in one spot. Well, that's what sciatica is. Sciatica is deep in your bum, right? They are, Susan. They are. I know that hip pain, I wouldn't assume, this is me, okay? This is me. I wouldn't assume that the hip pain is caused by postmenopause. I know. Look at them. Look. I'm paying attention to what Susan's saying, but something's happening behind me. This is a shit show. Holy cow. This is a shit show. Susan. Okay, so it's not the same. The pain is on the side of your hip. Okay. So here's my thing, Susan. Okay. Well, first of all, I don't have a lot of aches and pains. I'm not bragging. I'm just being honest. Okay. I wouldn't necessarily attribute it to being postmenopausal. Okay. To me, it sounds like you have an alignment issue going on somehow. Right, honey? So, I mean, it may be something, Susan, that you're not even thinking could be an issue that is an issue. Are you walking barefooted now? Which a lot of people can't walk barefooted when they get older. You know what I'm saying? And we're older now, Susan. You know, it could be something very, very small. It really could. It could. I mean, you know, I don't know, Susan. I don't know. My hips aren't hurting. My hips aren't hurting. But I'm very, very careful about, you know, any kind, because of the sciatica. I'm very, very careful. Okay, I meant to bring one down here, but, oh, there you go, Susan. I know there are people that say that it is good to walk barefoot. Right. I was just going to say that, Susan. I was just going to say that. But you have to make sure that where you're walking is a good area to walk, just not like, you know, it's supposed to be like in the grass, on level and all that kind of stuff. I sit in a chair when I'm sitting outside sunning. I sit in a chair with bare feet, and I put my feet on the grass, and that I consider that to be grounding. I don't have to be walking around the yard barefooted to ground. I just kind of, put my feet in the ground. Yeah. I mean, you could try castor oil packing to see if that helps the pain. I would do maybe like Aleve or ibuprofen if you wanted to do that to help the pain. Maybe kind of keep track. Is the pain worse at certain times than it is at other times? What are you doing right before the pain starts? What are you not doing when you don't have the pain? You know what I mean? Right. I can't stand to be barefooted. I cannot stand it. I can't stand it. Maybe because I hate ice pack. Okay. Okay. Well, I hope it feels better, Susan. I wouldn't necessarily assume that that's a postmenopause issue. I wouldn't necessarily assume that. I would assume that it is some kind of an injury. Well, there you go too. There you go too. Yep. I think, don't they say that you should get up every 15 minutes of every hour if you're sitting during the day? I think they do that. So, red light therapy, right? I have a red light upstairs. It's not a very big one. I told Chewy I'd like to get a bigger one. It's just for small areas. So, and Susan, this might work too. But, that would have to be targeted. But Tiger Balm's really good. I've been using Tiger Balm and castor oil right here. And it does it's really helping. I don't know what I did. Well, I think I know what I did. I was lifting weights downstairs, but right here. And I use Tiger Balm before I go down. And then I use, I take some castor oil at night and I just rub it into my wrist joint and up into this like chicken drumstick right here is what I call this. And it's really helping. So, that's what I do. Listen, one of the things that happens when we get older is our teeth separate a little bit, right? And we get things stuck in between our teeth. I don't have one down here with me because I don't do this disgusting thing in public. I don't floss my teeth in public with a flosser. This is, look, I carry these in my purse. This is a toothpick that is wrapped, okay? And I have a bunch of these in my purse. So if anybody ever says they have something stuck in between their teeth, I can give them one of these, right? And suggest that they go into the bathroom, right? Because nobody wants to see you pick your teeth. Nobody wants to see you floss your teeth, okay? Flossing your teeth out in public is gross. Picking your teeth with a toothpick out in public is gross. Don't do it, okay? If you have something caught in your teeth, ladies and boys, okay? Ladies and boys, get yourself some toothpicks that are individually wrapped and carry them with you, okay? Or if you carry a flosser with you, a disposable flosser, don't sit at a luncheon table in a public restaurant and floss your teeth as you're talking. Okay? Because that's just gross. And I may have witnessed that on Father's Day. And it was gross. It was gross. If don't pick your teeth or floss your teeth. I was just going to say that too. If you are sitting at a stoplight, okay, don't be doing things you shouldn't be doing. Go find a parking lot and park at the very back of the parking lot so nobody sees you, okay? Now, if you have a itchy nose, okay, tissue like this, right, in public is fine, okay? And I can appreciate a good finger picking of your nose. Everybody needs to have a good finger picking every once in a while with their nose, right? Go into the bathroom, shut the door, and do it in private, right? Because nobody wants to see you finger picking your nose. Nobody wants to see you finger picking your nose, okay? But we all could go for a good finger picking of the nose every once in a while, right? And I know how interesting it is to pick your teeth, right? But it's not interesting to pick your teeth when you're sitting at a luncheon table with a bunch of other people in a public restaurant and you're flossing. You have one of those flossers and you're flossing your teeth. Or you have the Christmas tree brush and you're Christmas tree brushing your teeth. No. Not out in public. Not out in public. Do not take the cap of a pen. Do not, and stick it in your ear and start, doing the inside of your ear. Oh my gosh, condoms in the parking lot? Okay, look, there are things that need to be done in private, okay? I get it, because stuff gets caught in between our teeth as we get older, right? I get it. Excuse yourself to the ladies' room or to the men's room and pick your teeth in there. Or excuse yourself outside and get behind a bush like some creeper and pick your teeth out there. Don't do it in public while you're sitting at the table and talking at the same time, because that makes me want to punch you in the throat. It certainly does. It certainly does. You can get these, okay? Look, they're individually wrapped toothpicks, okay? Carry a bunch of these in your purse. That way, if you're out somewhere, Jen, right? Somebody was smart, right? Get these individually wrapped toothpicks. You can find them. Just look for them. Okay? But listen, there are certain things, okay, you don't want to be seen doing in public, okay? Picking your teeth, finger picking your nose, okay? Plucking chin hairs, right? Come on now. Scratching your front, right? Because you clipped yourself, you bushwhacked yourself too aggressively, and you got the itchies, right? Or scratching your butt because you didn't wipe good enough and you got the itchies, right? That there's just some things we don't want to see people doing in public, right? So don't do them in public. Please don't do them in public, because you never know when you're going to run into somebody who's having a bad day who wants to correct you. Luckily, I was not having a bad day, so I just sat there and thought to myself, there you go. There you go. Money can't buy you class, can it? It cannot. Money cannot buy you class. That's what I say. That's what I say. I agree, Susan. I agree. That's where you go, and you go to the back of the Burger King parking lot or to the back of a parking lot. That's where you go. I agree. It is. I agree. But nobody wants to see you at a stoplight doing that. Nobody does. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Right? I know. It's craziness. It's craziness. Right, because somebody's going to take your picture. Somebody's going to take your picture. I love the people at the stop signs that start picking their noses. Good old finger digging, right? Finger digging is what we're going to call it. Now, oh, good, good. Listen, I want to tell you guys something too. Okay? Summer is in 2 days. It's officially summer in 2 days. Okay? Yeah. Well, they're digging. I mean, I think whatever they're pulling out is part of their brain. That's what we used to tell our children when they were little. When they would pick their nose and get something, we'd say, oh my gosh, that's a little bit of your brain. How mean is that? How mean is that? That's pretty mean, isn't it? It is. Up, up, up. Outfit of circle time. I almost forgot. I'm just so bejangled today. I certainly am. Are you with? Oh, no. Okay. Can you see? Jolly's right there. And Sir is right there. They're back to back. Isn't that something? Okay, here we go. I'm a little bit irritated because I need to go down in size. Well, no, I don't. I'm okay. We'll just let it go. Let it go, Lala. Let it go. Here we go. Okay. So it was very humid here today. So I have on my black capris. I have on my black Vionic wedges, which are my favorite. These are my favorite wedges to wear. I have on a Abercrombie and Fitch gauzy top. It has a lining layer. I have on a tank top. I like this because it's so gauzy, and it has the little things and elastic, and it has open work on the sleeves, which I think is really pretty. I have on my bracelets, and then I have on a diamond necklace from QVC, and this has a little tie up here with the gathers. So and I washed my hair today. And I think I have it down how to get my hair dried really quick and for it to be fairly soft. I think I've got it down to a science. I certainly do. Thank you, honey. I love the wedges too. They're Vionic. If Susan is still here, she's the one that turned me on to Vionic brand, and I love the wedges. I wear wedges, either my clogs or wedges exclusively now, because I like to have height. You know, I like to have a little bit of height. Thank you, Fran. Thank you. So, but it's been warm here. So, And I don't, thank you, Karen. I don't, so these capris are from, my wedges are Vionics, Susan. They're from Walmart. They're the Time and the True. Now, these used to be George. Yeah, Jen. These are Vionic wedges. I like them. And you can feel they've got an arch in them. They feel good. I like them. You go for the wedge too, honey? I know. It's, to me, it's comfortable. It's a comfortable shoe. We had the Father's Day outing, right? And I was asked, how do I wear the heels, right? And I just wear them. They're not uncomfortable to me. It's not a stiletto, right? Which are so not good for your feet. They're so not good for your feet. But I like the wedge, or I like my Dansko clogs because they've got a little bit of height to them too, right? Because I like to have height. But I have Vionic. I have Liz Claiborne 9 West. I got a pair of Time and True wedges that are brown because I didn't have any brown. But anyway, so this morning when we woke up, all of our windows were fogged up because it was so humid outside and it wasn't inside. And it was funny because we went to bed last night and we have rechargeable fans as part of our preps. So when the electricity had not come on last night, right? We got out the rechargeable fans, and they're not very big. They're not very big at all. They're probably, they're probably about half of this. Ooh. They're not very big at all. They're like little squares like this, and they're rechargeable. And I got those out and put one in Louise's room, and we had one in our room just on the nightstand blowing across the bed, and it was fine. We just had the sheet, you know, and it was so funny because when the electricity came back on, everything came back on. So we had to get up and turn things off and reset clocks, and oh my gosh, 4 and 5 inch heels. I can't do that. I can't do that. I think this is probably, I don't know what this is. Hold on, let me check. Ask me where a ruler is in my house and I'll tell you. Oh, Kelly, thank you. Thank you. Kelly and her mom have a new member of their family named Faith. She is a cutie patootie little dog, or well, not so little, but we'll see you next week, Kelly. 2 3/4 inches on these wedges is what they are. So yes, Susan, we didn't open them. We didn't open them. And as long as you don't open, right? As long as you don't open, you're good for up to 48 hours, right? Because you know we have the chest freezer downstairs, and we have the freezer here. And as long as you don't open it, you're good for 48 hours. So we didn't open it. We didn't open them. So, but let me tell you something. It was kind of nice because you know what happened? I got out my oil lamps. I did. So it was like Little House on the Prairie. That's what I told Chewy. I said, oh my gosh, I said, let's pretend we're at Little House on the Prairie. So, and he said, yeah, we're not pretending that, Lala, because we're not. So I sat on the couch and played with the cat, played with Jolly. He sat on the couch and played on his tablet and his phone. Louise was upstairs listening to, I know, honey, right? Let me tell you something though, okay? If you have never, because I said to Chewy, I said, could you imagine having to read by the oil lamp? Could you imagine having to sew, like mend by the oil lamp light? Could you imagine having to embroider, like do your sampler by the oil lamp light? You know what I mean? Because they don't give off a whole lot of light. They give off light, but they don't give off a whole lot. Now, I didn't have it cranked all the way up. I didn't have a big flame on it. But, yeah. So Chewy and I went out to dinner tonight. You know, Wednesday is my weigh-in day. It's my free day. I don't do anything, right? And I still have to do my half marathon. We're into the second half of the month now, and I do have to do my half marathon for June, which is not a problem. I'll do that. Fran, there are solar ones. I don't know how reliable those are though, but there are ones that you can bank the power, that you don't need like gas to run. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't think you'd be allowed to do that there, right? Right? And I would hope, Fran, I would hope that you would whistle before, you know, if it got down to the point where you needed a generator, I would hope you would whistle. I think about you, Fran. I really do. I really do. We don't have a generator. We have the Halo power banks. If you go to, if you Google Halo and HALO, and you can go onto their website, and they have these power banks, and we have one for each car. And then Louise had one in her dorm room, and then we have ones for inside the house here. We just bring the ones from the car inside the house here if we need them. But you can use them to plug in a light if you need to inside, or you can use them to jump your car or jump someone else's car. So rechargeable generators. Okay. I asked Chewy, why did nobody tell me I was looking all nasty here? I told Chewy that I wanted to get a Generac. Has anybody heard of a Generac? I know a lot of people that like build new houses. They'll get the Generac built with the house. You know, that's a whole house generator, and it doesn't make a whole lot of noise. Yeah. Plugged in the fridge. I think that's what a lot of people use them for, Susan. I think that's what a lot of people use them for. They say the more full your freezer is, the longer it will stay cold. That's what they say. And with the chest freezer, one of the things is if the power goes out, there's something about the way the cold will like lower. The cold will fall in the freezer down to the bottom part of it to keep it cold. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense at all? I don't know if it does. They are. Well, they're coming out now, honey, with some really, really good ones that don't even make any noise at all. Because one of the problems is generators can also be security issues in certain situations, because if you hear a generator, yeah, a dual fuel, yeah. If you hear a generator in a neighborhood, honey, then you know that there is probably power, probably food, probably, you know what I mean? So a lot of people are becoming not interested in the gas powered generators anymore for security reasons. Right, they don't make much noise. And I think you can have those inside, right, Susan? Solar generators, you can have those inside. So, but I know the Generacs. Look, my sister's not, she's here for the cats, not me. So Jolly wants to play. Sir is like, behave yourself. Yeah, solar inside. So Fran, you might want to look at that. Inappropriately, Fran. Inappropriately. So that's the chair that I got at the Goodwill, right? So it's okay for the cats to be on that chair because it came from the Goodwill. So it's not going to be a big deal, right? He's got Sir upside down. I think he's grooming his face. Let me tell you something. He has been a very good big brother or daddy type cat for Jolly. I was so worried that Jolly was missing his mom. You know what I mean? I know. Right? Hi, sir. What are you boys doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Okay, go see sir. Go on. Oh, nope, he's going over to. Oh, he's gonna drink some water. But sir has been like a dad figure to him. Do you know what I mean? Or like a big brother figure to him. And, you know, kind of roughhousing with him and teaching him, like Jolly watches Sir, right? And I think that's how he picked up on like drinking out of the water dish, going into the big litter boxes. You know what I mean? Because Jolly just follows Sir around and Sir follows Jolly around and they play with each other, and Sir would groom Jolly, which, you know, would typically be what his mommy would do, right? But, you know, the litter, I know. He's such a good boy. And we're coming up on a full moon. So I know, right? Let me tell you something. Chewy got it across the leg, 2 little claw marks across the leg. Totally by accident, but he's got sharp little claws. He certainly does. Okay, friends, that's it for tonight. I apologize for being so late. That was not my typical MO, was it? It was not. Oh my God, right? What in the world? I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. I certainly do. I want to thank you for spending this time with me this evening. So glad to see you, Susan. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm so glad you were here. And Jibby, thanks for stopping in. Next week is conspiracy theory. I've got an idea in my head, and it's going to take participation. It certainly is. Oh my God, why did my hand look so... Okay, it's normal. You know, if you see somebody that has really red palms, that's an indication that they have a health issue that they need to get checked out, right? Red palms. Oh, good, Jen. Send me a picture. Send me a picture, Jen. Send me a picture. Good night, Fran. Take good care. Stay cool. Stay cool wherever you are. I believe there's a tropical storm. Oh, okay. Well, then it was good. I was 15 minutes late, right, Susan? I believe. Good night. Good night, Jibby. Let me know when you can chat. Good night, honey. If you are in the path of the tropical storm, I believe that's in the Gulf. Is that Alberto? Please be careful. Always keep your eye to the sky, right? So that you know what the weather is in your area. I hope you have enjoyed tonight as much as I have, because I certainly have. Very bejangled. And I'm glad that you got to see my sir right there. He's our tuxedo. And I'm glad you got to see Jolly. Glad you were here tonight, Jen. Are we ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. I hope you are happy. I hope you are happy. If you're not happy, you better get happy and get happy quick, friend. You better. I hope you are healthy. Let's all say together, take your zinc every day. It is up to us, friends. It is up to us. And Susan, we hope you get the hip situation figured out. We certainly do. And I hope you're safe. I certainly, certainly do. Know the weather in your area so you know what's coming. Next week, Conspiracy Theory Circle time. I will see you Saturday at the sink so we can work it out together. Good night, friends.